series out of CSN so far. He destroyed Back on Dust 2 all that time ago. I don't know, Harry. It's a real test of the mental. That's what I will say, right? Going into a third map after the delays, no one wanted that from either team. At least Entropiq have the reassurance that they win their pick in this series. And now it's up to the 9th round to decide where and how and who is going first. Big on that CT side now. Favin's had maybe his best series yet at the tournament. So I like that. Definitely getting better as each game goes on. Big CT pick. And here we go. What have we got for the likes of Entropiq Forrester? Maybe the nade man? Maybe no nades, man. He'll come in with the goods. HE Molotov, so looking like a top hit, right? Get that door off, get a molly in, maybe into main. It could even be a vent-bound play, but here we go. Lobs the stuff in. Crowd's going to come in off silo. Quick split outside. We've got 4 players going fast towards the main side. Tabson going to get gooshed in heaven. Favin can't stop them, but he at least does spot them, and he can tell to his team, you are getting A-wrapped right now, Tabson. Got to watch out. Back he goes. Meanwhile, crawling lower is the bomb. Nickelback and Co. And Searson's been here the entire time.
Oh. Oh.
Nice.
Oh.
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 Wow.
Oh. Back of the site now. Searson.
He's dead.
Will eventually get dealt with.
Oh.
Crad. Big Craddy. Big Daddy is all alone. And
Oh my.
will get put in the dirt by Keto. It's a very back and forth pistol round. I love that from Searson. Just hiding down lower. Hiding. Look at this. Waits. And is good for 2 kills.
Yeah,
and that alone, like, just essentially wins you the round. Everyone else was over towards ramp. They all have to start scrambling in to go. You know, they were poised to play around a bomb plant, not plant the bomb themselves. So Searson really uproots things there. And Big, they get the pistol.
Yes, force up though, no waiting around, right? We've seen a lot of force buys in this series come in with success. So from both teams, Entropiq are not going to be hesitant. But maybe they should have been. Lackey gets tapped out. And Lackey's actually been the Deeg. So we talk about German Deegs. Lackey's Deeg is something to marvel at as well on this T side. So opening kill is very important there for Keto. Scout still on Ellie and getting given nothing. He had to reset lobby. And Entropiq are going to group Ram, try and overrun Keto here, who's at the bottom box with Searson tucked in close. So it's a nice little setup there for Big. Not worried about the possibility of this A hit. Scout will tag. Keto's going to have to react off of his teammate here. Nade's going in, and there's Searson dropping the bomb. It comes tumbling down, as does the round for Entropiq. Big going 2-0 up and looking like a 5 alive is a lovely feeling indeed, as the full eco is next.
Yeah, lovely. Flawless, right? Just what you wanted if you're Big. Just what you were hoping for. Lovely little bait and switch between Keto with a T and Searson with no T.
The rare T making the appearance in
Well,
his
you've
name.
always got to stop and ask yourself, you know, are you gonna have a game with Keto or a game with Keto in the server?
What's
you
better?
know? You know, who am I to say? You know, what is better? Let us know. Is Keto better or Keto?
I think Keton would be better.
Keton would be the best.
Capital N, but you know, we're working on it. We'll convince him one day. Little Glocky Wocky's getting run down. There's P250 frag in there somehow.
One of the surprising roster moves is when Heaton joins this team, right?
Can't wait.
They bring him back. They replace.
He's been learning German.
Yeah,
Whether that's
the whole
capital
time.
N at the end. And a round 1 with a capital N also by Big to get rid of the eco. But here's the big guns, and I don't mean for Berlin International Gaming, I mean for Entropiq. Elian could glass up, but there's not really a requirement to run it, and he doesn't care what the rules are, what the expectation is. It's coming through up against Searson with his as well. All things considered, Big Advice looking pretty good considering they were SMG's last round. Making that cross outside is Keto. Entropiq pressure on A early, getting grenades out, and Searson gets involved. Picks 2. Alien with no armor, that doesn't help either. He just gets bopped by the collateral. Oh, Barrel just poked through the wall. Lackey didn't see it, he looked away, but Keto's silencer absolutely went through Secret right there. Thank goodness he didn't get cleared as a result, but dear oh dear, the round's fallen apart at the seams. And it seems like Big are onto another winner.
Yeah, I don't really know what Nickelback and Forrester are meant to do here.
Get the AWP.
I don't think they do either. Forrester, nothing like climbing up the ladder only to jump off and then take some full damage and then climb back up the ladder. And now to take a little more full damage, if you ask me.
I think they're going to try and
just a little more, just a little bit more.
They're just making Big's job easy, but this will be the save of the AWP. Forrest is going to try and cover. Nice to see Nickelback, you know, saving the bomb. So the CTs, you know,
gotta get that out.
Can't get that.
Forrester, I reckon just one more leap down ought to do it, really.
Certainly couldn't
And then
hurt.
back in the lobby, and then back to the roof, and then it should be fine. I can't say I've seen anyone do it quite like this before.
Yes, Tom Daly with a high dive now, coming in off of the top bunk. It's a beautiful splash on the way down. I guess you want no splash when you dive?
Yeah, there is not meant to be a big splash, or else.
Wow. No one's ever tried a cannonball in the Olympics.
Dude, there should be, you know, the biggest splash wins a prize.
Well, then you just send in a sumo wrestler to...
Whoa. What are you trying to say?
So sumo wrestlers are pretty damn big, man. They're like tanks.
Like tanks. Tanks, of course.
Big.
Yeah.
4-0 up. But Entropiq going to call a little timeout here as their money's somewhat skew-if, fair to say. Nickelback, Glock armor, but he's is someone going to set him up? Someone going to help him out here, man? Yes, he's given a Galil. Otherwise, this buy is pretty unpretty, pretty ugly for Entropiq.
Yeah, but you can see, you know, game faces are on there.
Just chilling.
They're ready to go.
Crowd's having the time of his life.
Here we are. In Nuke. Just a little, you know, it's a little rough for Entropiq. There's no denying it. You know, going 4-0 down and having a save right away because Searson collaterals you on a ramp push.
Yes.
That's kind of brutal.
That's
right?
not ideal.
Really no denying it. But, hey, Oomstead hasn't faced a challenge or two and had to rise past it. Just have to look no further than a guy like Tabson, really. There were times where could have very easily found himself on a different team if he wanted to. He's got the English ability. He's got the every other ability. And
Yep.
Yeah, he would stick around in the face of it all and make this little big squad a place he can call home.
Yeah. But the big little squad, that's a whole different kettle of fish. Elian's going to pick Searson on the silo. That's a nice opener. Tizian gets hit going down the vent. Will make it into Secret. However, should not be a surprise for Entropiq, who have taken their time to cross behind the smokes. Tizian's lining up something grimy. Getting to the bottom of the stairs. Sit on the naughty step. Tizian will aggress. And oh my goodness, this misread is very, very unfortunately timed. It's a vent smoke. He's trying to knife for it. They're not going to clear him from below, and the vent player is not going to drop either. He's just holding lobby and causing a problem. Tizian's going to backstab, but Crad wise for it. Dealing with what he believes is a vent rotation. 5-on-3. Are they going to go up? Oh my goodness. Everyone's here. Big have not moved a muscle. Big have stayed on their site, but the AWP has picked Tabson out of the top, and Favin's got to stop everyone, but they've run him down after 2. Nice try for Favin. Don't think anyone was ready for that kind of play. Is Keto, though. Oh, nice try. I respect it. It looks silly, but I like the idea. Either way, very weird round. Entropiq go, I don't want to let them save. Let's come to them with 10 seconds to go. And so, now on the board. Better late than never, Harry.
Yeah, Nickelback running a Mach 10 could actually stand to do a lot of damage here, right? You've tried to pinch every penny by not reinvesting in armor with head armor, you know, a helmet behind it. Oh, dear.
Okay.
Crad spammed, and then the molly, one takes him out. Another unfortunate start. Nickelback, it goes both ways. They see each other. And while this happens, Favin gonna remove that little lobby lurk of Forrester. We know he loves lurking lobby, does this guy. Loves a hot push on the CT side as well, I've heard.
Yeah, that much is true. That is the case. Tizian's on the yumping B. Buzz, he's seen that cross now. That's the bomb as well, and lowering Nickelback's been cleaned up outside Tabson. Tizian, how is he alive? Surely not for long. Tabson's killing everyone in the yard. 3 kills. And the B rotates in. Tizian tucks.
And he lives.
What a psycho.
Tizian just constructed out of different materials from you and I.
He's built somewhat adversely to how he should have been.
Exactly.
He is not made of stuff that a mortal man is.
No. You know, he was birthed under different circumstances.
Yes. 5-1, big reset them, and they still come in with the guns, the good guns, the big guns, the AWP over the tippity top. Sisson won't spot Silo. That's how we got picked last time around. And Forrester lurking in the door, like you've said, a familiarity of this T side. Entropiq. Tizian. Gotta care, but won't be scared. It's the smokes outside that are going to get Entropiq down to lower if they so much want. Again, it's Molly. Sisson's trying to delay the lower take. Tizian is here. He's always been here in time, and this round is no exception. Flash always going to make you scared that someone's peeking through secret, but that's not the case. Tizian waits.
Oh, those little smoky smokes are starting to fade, but they do manage to get all 3 down in just the right moment. Tizian jiggling, wiggling. And
I don't think he saw anything. I think he just read it.
Yeah.
It doesn't want anything to do with
A
that.
little nerve-wracking, but he's gonna get back here and be.
Tizian! No, his timings have been very, very confusing in these last few.
It almost looked good.
Yeah, and then it didn't.
It looked really bad, and it's
God.
only gonna get worse. As now Forrester still lurking in the door. Called this area because of the door. And well. He's driven the knife into the back of Sears, and that's the AWP. You kind of want it. Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
Covered in the corner.
He's all good. He's fine. They've got the AWP. They've gotten out of there with it. That's what they really wanted.
Do it. Oh, you can ball back.
Come on, Favin. Come on.
Oh, that's more like it. A kill on the exit, but very scary round for Tizian. Oh dear, this is all over the place right now. Okay, let's get in the mind of Tizian right now. What's going on with this guy? He's getting awkwardly peeked and avoided, and then peeked again. Back up the vent, faked by Forrester in that other round, comes down into Crad. This is all over the place with Tizian. He's got to watch out on this next secret round. I don't know, he's just can't pick what he wants to do, it feels like. The one round where he jump spotted and just left was the best round of all. It's 5 alive for Big, so I'd like to just see him do that. You know, if you're not going to win your fights, if you're getting timing with smokes out, just leave. Be that info gatherer. Chop wood, carry water.
You know, we talk about guys that are built different. Searson definitely fits that bill. He's taking the AWP down here towards Secret.
Nice change.
Looking to get set up there immediately. Entrusting Tizian with the A-site hold instead. And Searson is the guy for the job, but he might never learn the true intentions behind these outside smokes. They go in, and almost immediately Lackey's looking to pressure A. You're not ready for this kind of pace. Yeah, it's going to completely blindside Favin on this rotate up into heaven. There is a man to offer assistance. Searson wins his fight down here towards B. Here's the footsteps. He hears them. Now he just has to kill them, and it's only one. Forrester trading it out.
But they know the Orbs B. That might keep them back in this A site. They double back to lobby, and Tizian's aggressed in his position. Dink, Forrester wins a fight. You're not ready for tabseN, though. Second man in the source hears them both. And CSN can start his rotate up from lower. tabseN has won the round.
Yeah.
Hate to break it to you.
Oh, he's playing trigger discipline as well.
Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, jump scare.
Oh, bloody hell. That was almost a lot closer than it ever should have been, but tabseN, as tabseN often does, will steal the round away. Putting 6 on the board for Big. You know, Legend has it with this tabseN guy. There's no record of him being born. He just showed up at Christian Lenz's house one day. As an adult, fully grown man.
Yeah.
Back when Christian Lenz was just a boy himself.
And like the Terminator said,
exactly.
Give me your clothes.
Exactly. And now look at him.
And it was a big jersey Christian was wearing. And now he's in a big jersey. And you just don't really have a choice at this point. You got to let him in.
Yeah, you know, they're different heights and builds, but that's the kind of guy that tabseN is. It's like it was on rails.
He molds into whatever you need him to be, this man. tabseN the Terminator. I felt like Entropiq wasted that round. They had a great call to get Lackey on that lurk in main. And yeah, okay, he gets the lurk. He doesn't want to commit. They could have. They would have only had 2 CTs there. That's fine, though. He goes all for more. He goes for the Heaven play. But then dropping B is Nickelback while Lackey lurks Heaven. Lackey dies to tabseN outside. Nickelback gets orbed in B. And suddenly that 5-on-4 is a 4-on-3 against you. So massively wasted opportunity. If they just pushed off the pick, they might have won the round. And now they're going to push and get picked and probably lose the round. Fav and Molly's out crad. And this round is getting drawn to a close, but it was always going to be.
Yeah, you know, it kind of screams, I don't want to say too defeatist, but pretty defeatist when like the Molly's been burning for a long while and you just run into it and die like willingly. I'm never a fan of that. But you know, it's not like you had many other options, I guess. Dying in a fiery grave feels the same, I bet, as dying in a bullety grave. And so now just Elliot. Is it true? Does every grave digger die?
I've heard. Oh, he's going to find a dig on the way out, but even though aimed right onto CSN through the wall, he's still going to die to the orb. And so Big hold on, 7-2. Very nice CT side right now, that knife round, putting them up in pole position. Tizian still 1-4, the only weak link of Big. Tizian has had very slow starts on both of these maps so far. It was only Dust 2 where he came alive right at the end. He had a back-to-back multi-kill. He had a 3K into a 4K, and it was fine. He did all he needed to do on that map by the end of things. Mirage, a lot quieter, ended 7-19. But I think, again, we're always going to be sort of writing that map off. Not because I don't want to take it away from Entropiq. They won that map, well, fair and square, sure. They probably would have won it even quicker if circumstances didn't get in the way. But it was, they were in control the whole game, Harry, and Big, you know, only just trying to patch it towards the end of their T side, a side that they've notoriously been struggling on lately anyway on that map. So, yeah, Big still trying to piece the picture with this new roster. But as I said, Fathom getting better and better every game, it does seem. 7-2 now, Big in full control of the money, in full control of the momentum. CSN's even starting Silo, because Elian's been up there a lot, but he unscopes as Elian gets into position. Oh, legged in the air. If he didn't jump, it might have been a kill. Scary stuff. Faven also spammed out on A, so a bit of bullying early from Entropiq. They've taken Big down to their last legs. Hell smoke. And even main as well. Entropiq, they have thrown 3 different sets of utility outside already, and they haven't even used all the ones available. Now they run ramp, but Big were not worried about the yard. They were still doubled down on their positions, and Keto gets caught in the open. Only one. Lovely entry for Forrester. He gets tabseN out of hell, and now B is free for now.
Yeah, you know, free kind of hesitant to use that one because Faven and Searson are both here. Oh, that should draw the rotation back up ramp and into this A site with Lackey and his lurk selling the no, wrong turn of phrase. Lackey and his lurk securing the A control. Yes. He's opened up that path to a rotation.
And they're saving.
And that will be the save. Now, Entropiq, that's a lot nicer. I like that they do a little bit more with the outside smokes in terms of giving Lackey the room to actually utilize them, right? No longer a case that, because thus far it kind of felt like, you know, you've thrown the outside smokes in a multitude of different ways and very rarely actually done anything with them, no matter how you've thrown it.
Sure.
There was a lot more intent on this one here, right? More than just a ruse to put the fear in big. So a third will appear on the board for Entropiq. Now, Big aren't too worried yet, right? They're still fine in terms of the money. Searson saving the AWP is going to help out a lot. He can drop 2 guns over. Faven can throw one into play as well, and suddenly, you know, you're off to the races. Did they overbuy? Because I just saw No, I don't think they did. I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. We're good. They didn't overbuy.
Mathematicians out. Yeah, no, nice round out of Entropiq. It's unfortunate as well, the 2 players that remaining for Big are the 2 that got tagged early in the round, so definitely could not have gone for that one. But that's fine. Big, they rest on their money and their reassurance that the city side has looked pretty good. The only weak link being Tizia, and we've already started to see him move away from these lower rotates, now just anchoring at the back of A bomb site. Far nicer spot for him, typically a Faven position. But now he's hut roof, and a lot of this map is going to come down to spawns as well, in terms of how aggressive your early round's going to be. You know, who's going to be throwing what nades. CTs need to be very cognizant about all these little details in the first few seconds of the round. Searson sees something, and he picks that back player. Poor nickel back, because Lackey, he jiggled first. Forrester wanted to make a play, but the door smoke in the way. And so Entropiq will have to keep waiting. Searson with a man up, just goes all the way back, and I love his fallback. Gonna be, once again, these hell smokes for Entropiq combo with a main smoke. Searson needs to be flashed off this angle, and he will be. Entropiq can go lower. No one's here to stop him. Keto pushing up on ramp, taking lobby back from Entropiq, and there's only Forrester there.
I find it so interesting that these smokes are working out so well for Entropiq. Like, I don't think Searson quite realizes how much room he has there to succeed. He's constantly paranoid about players pushing him down, but that's not happening. Instead, they're in the B site. Now, Tabson's waiting here. Lackey's going to check for him, and he's caught sleeping at the wheel. Forrester burns out in the meantime.
In lobby.
It's now this little 3-on-4 post-plant, double retake through ramp, 2 more through secret for Big. Probably going to wait for the secret guys to try and pull some attention away of these site players. Crab would have loved to have disrupted it. There's a swing from Keto that doesn't go unpunished. And Elliot now with the eyes on the door. Missed shots from Searson at ramp, who's fighting with the USP. And luckily enough, Faven will come in and save the day. It's close, but
he's got it.
That's a big round, just barely.
Oh my God. Yeah, I think regarding Searson there, firstly, Entropiq have done a lot of different things. I know, you know, as a majority of rounds have gone down secret, but they have tried these heaven wraps. They have walked through the smokes into main. But also, Searson's 5-on-4. He doesn't feel the need to get involved. He's fine relying on his lower rotates. And I really like the reaction there from Big. In the 5-on-4, when they spot those smokes come down and Searson calls it, yeah, they're crossing red, don't know numbers. Keto knows what's going on. He just immediately pushes ramp and takes lobby with Tizian, and they burn out Forrester from his door. That's the one worry for me right now. This default for Entropiq, while I like how much they're utilizing outside, B does, the lobby lock does feel obvious, especially on these B plays, and even if Big didn't know that going into this game, they've already figured it out. Forrester's not done anything new in any of these rounds, and this is one of the key entry players, one of the key stars for Entropiq right now. So, yeah, maybe there needs to be a variety here for Entropiq, a bit of a switch up. They've tried a couple of fakes. Big just haven't really fallen for them. I wouldn't mind a faster approach. Maybe do one of these top hits, because we've even seen that lurk round for Lackey where he comes in through main with a kill, and still, Entropiq fall apart, don't they? By spreading out in a 5-on-4 and not trading their frags on A. Shotgun for Tizian. When nothing works, go mad.
All right, yeah.
I like it.
I mean, dude, I like it as well. Like, he's been playing up on top of the rafters. We've seen him be, you know, like occasionally a hot player who looks to rotate down through the vents. There's a lot of places you can try and put this to use. Yeah. And so he will have it for hot roof, which is all well and good. Orp up on top of Silo for Elliot. Taking a little peek, seeing what he can see. And Searson is down on B right now, ready to peek secret. tabseN just dinked Elliot, and I was getting nervous as tabseN was going out. I was like, dude, if he gives the kill over, that's kind of devastating, because, you know, Searson's here to try and deal with this outside play. No, he's tabseN, of course. He doesn't die to the AWP. He dinks it in response. And
now you talk AWPs, or Searson is in that position B. They're going to cross into him. Unless Lackey's looking garage. Oh boy, Lackey getting weird, getting wild. But no, it will be that lower take. Forget
he's pretty
Tizian.
wide here. This needs to be... Oh, that's immediate for Lackey.
Nice kill.
Very much been someone, you know, finding a lot of space for Entropiq in this game. Lackey does it again, gets them into B. tabseN here fast. Now, Decon doors swung and his attention's pulled away, but they're not ready for Keto. Up at the Xantares spot, he puts on a bit of a show. Oh, Faven on the ramp rotate as well. It's only Forrester left alive. Keto doing right by his ex-teammate's namesake spot down on the B-bomb site.
You kind of have to walk the smoke. No other options. 20 seconds, going to go for the window, but at this point you're thinking about saves, and you've been spotted from the ramp.
Part of me wished he'd tried to grab the bomb and like dart up the vent. With where the smoke was, like, it wouldn't have been impossible.
Just
don't get me wrong. They would have seen the bomb disappear. You would have had like spam come at you, but you know, you can dodge spam.
AWP saved. So that's the call instead. But yeah, these rounds are not working out. Even with, again, Lackey, like you said, the entry man just getting that pick onto the AWP in a great position. And it feels like they trade their way out really well. It's nice that tabseN just, you know, I was going to say the word overcommits, but it's on purpose. He commits for a reason. He knows if he dies, as long as he can take someone down with him, which he does, they start discounting anyone else is in the bomb site. Big, when these are lower takes, they have everyone there. And even on the round where Entropiq take B and come up vent, Big is still AAA. Like, even by accident, they're reading the rotates. But for the most part, these CT rotations have been really nice for Big. Seeing lobby takes only a couple of times, but at the perfect point. Now, we do smokes outside, standard wall this time, and it will be an A-pop for Entropiq, relying on Elian to do something massive. Oh, maybe back to ramp instead. Nothing wrong with that. Lackey's making a lot of noise, but Big just call the bluff in this round. They know the money's low, and they don't believe it. Ramp AWP heard, and look at the rotate. Searson's here with his.
Not only did you hear the scope, but you heard him drop off. You know they were boosting. You know they were looking for this. Elian gets the opener. The pistols get churned up by Keto, and the AWP is gone as well. It's only Lackey left alive all the way down on one of these little B-lurks. Gonna have to open the doors, and look at what opening the doors has done. That is the equivalent of ringing the big dinner bell. They are scoped in. They are flanking him. Lackey, you could die to any number of positions, but it's one to the back of the head from Faven that seals the deal.
Yeah, this is a great game out of Big right now, and a map that they've typically, you know, not... Well, firstly, I was going to say they've had trouble on, but obviously that was mostly with Gade. They've played it once since with Faven. It worked fine. They won it versus Fnatic. Again, a team that had looked pretty underwhelming in this event, all things considered. While I make that statement, I think Fnatic did definitely pull hard draws in this tournament, getting Astralis and Big as their only two games. Like, those are, you know, see what you want about Astralis, still not easy matches, given some of the underdog teams that we have in this tournament. But, man, Big are slapping Entropiq on this map right now. The CT calls are beautiful. The AWP is now getting so confident. Searson's pushing lobby, and he's full sending it, Harry. He's clearing it out. Careful. Wait for your team. because Keto's pushed in off ramp as well. CSN could just stay on this angle, and his teammates cleared out the corner. They don't even know about the orb until it's too late. Okay, there's a man in main, sure. That could get weird, but CSN barely misses, and this won't be an example of it. Through the smoke, into the molly, into the flash. Keto wins that 1v1. He couldn't even see. He could barely stand. And CSN will rear his head for a third in the round.
CSN and Keto, man. Oh,
is that Keto or is that Keo, Harry? Which is a better one? It's like Flames and Flamesy.
It's that was a big Keto moment with the
big
team. Keton, mate. Big Keton, right? Because they got that vintage Sprout synergy, these two. They really do. Like, dude, everything about that was perfect. They just traded peaks one after the other. As you tried to deal with Keto, CSN would be there. Well, then you try to deal with CSN. Oh, Keto's there. That was just a thing of beauty. Okay, man. I'm so nervous for Entropiq. Like, haven't seen anything remotely that pretty out of them throughout this series. And oh dear.
They double run a molly. Tabson's in B now. They just do everything they can to get Tizian out of this position. And Tabson, I'm expecting big things from the big man, but they run him down. Oh, Tabson, it's beautiful. Double kill. Lackey's going to trade for 2 of his own. This guy always comes in clutch when Entropiq need him most. But now they need to bail out of a 3-on-3, and Keto has tucked himself in at the back of the B site. Right now, Entropiq are stuck in a very rough spot. Maybe could double back up Secret. That is the only gap right now, although they don't know. Vent is a danger, with Fathom lurking close behind it.
Oh, you really might get lulled into a false sense of security, especially with Forrester still outside. Like, that's only going to lead you further into wanting to recommit up the Vent into A. And they will, luckily enough, send Elian up and out of there. Oh, no, not Elian, sorry. Lackey. But Elian's still in Vent with the bomb.
Oh, God, Harry.
Now they've smoked main. Oh, the bomb's still in Vent.
They can go back down B. Right now they're trying to fake it out. They're going heaven and they're setting up for an A ramp. I actually like this call for Entropiq, but the issue is Keto's never going to move a muscle. And Keton ready to get his beat on in the B site.
Keto once again. Back near this little Xantara's angle, waiting on the rafters. Oh, he knows one well-placed kill could end the round, but how about if he puts up even more than that? It's a lot of damage. Clark comes in with just enough time left, but no time to get comfortable, no time to get prepped. And oh God, no, that's ugly. So ugly. Oh dear. Not a single bullet connects for Favon. Suddenly, this has ended up being a really rough spot to be in. CSN's had to take the Galil, tap on the bomb. They're both in double. He chases down the first man, and dude, they were both practically one shot away from death, and yet still, Elliot and Lackey are able to find the round.
Very nice try, but it's still only a 4-round half for Entropiq. There's nothing to be happy about. I want to compare something with you, Harry, because I know you'll agree here. Like, think about Keto on ramp in this game comparative to Xantara's on ramp. I know it's a couple of roster changes ago, but like this guy's so much better from I'm extrapolating one game quite heavily.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, sorry. Let me reword that. Xantara's on ramp was not a good spot for him. And all we did was see him overcommit. Sometimes he would multi-kill, and that's great, but when you don't, it's a real problem piece. And right now, Keto's making all the right calls. His B anchoring was excellent. His lobby aggression was never feeding, and his ramp holds were always calling for help. Little flash for Forrester. In the hut? No, surely not for Forrester. He loves it, but he won't last long. Instead, it's a door pop with the main smoke big coming A. Psych.
Oh, they're dropping Vent.
Bye.
Oh, they all get down. That's madness. Lackey's rotated in. Nickelback's with it. Dual Brothers. Oh, they got plenty of bullets, but that's about the only thing going their way. Cut down in the blink of an eye. 3 kills have come through for Big, and CSN even going to tap out another. Leaves it all on Crad. Alone at ramp, and with a lot of heads to have to tap on here. And a big save. He doesn't have armor. He doesn't have util. He is just saving his stats at this point.
This is, yeah, I mean, just go for it. Get a kill, get a bit more money. Money is king, and no one's exiting. Not this way, at least.
Oh, that's a shame.
I don't really get it.
Well, so hopefully Keto takes damage from the bomb going off.
Oh, yay.
He doesn't.
Nay.
So it would have actually been sick to even land like one bullet on Keto, because now he brings an AK out for basically free.
I never get calls like that. I mean, but Crowd's probably in his head. He's 4 and 14. Nothing going right. Nothing going anywhere but to the grand final. Big in this final map, looking to rematch Gambit. Entropiq took them to 3 maps. Harry, remember that? Day 2, I think it was, as they fought Gambit and managed to take them out of Mirage.
Yeah, I mean, ironically, you know, in my eyes, Entropiq is a better matchup for Gambit than Big v Gambit.
Especially with the veto.
Yeah, but I will say, you know, like we've kind of seen Entropiq fall off a bit of a cliff coming into this one. If this is what we were always destined to have, I am glad that Big are looking dominant. And to be honest with you, I don't think they showed their best face in that first Gambit matchup. It wasn't the Big we've seen throughout the rest of the tournament. I do think they are going to get, you know, nullified in a lot of the ways that we often see them be successful. For example, you know, I think about how impactful Searson and Keto have been able to be throughout this series, wielding double orbs whenever they can. I think that's not something you're going to be able to do as free-flowingly versus a switched-on Gambit, but you know, even if we can have Searson showing up individually, it holds a lot of promise.
Oh my god, they all get down.
Again.
3 guys lower. Lackey's here. If there's one guy I feel like is consistent on this team, it is Lackey. Can he put up the numbers? There's one. Oh, the Dig lets him down. 9 health for Tabson. How many shots could he possibly fire? Tizian's even got a ramp entry. He's just going to commit. He don't care anymore. Now just buying time, wasting time, and climbing over the tippity top. Elian calling for help. The flank is in. Elian does get that through the smoke somehow, arming Forrester for what might just be the save anyway. No kit, no chance, and that's 13 for Big. I agree that Entropiq are a better matchup, but I also would love the rematch, considering we had it yesterday with Big and Gambit, and I wonder, Harry, because this is something we disagreed on earlier when we were talking about this, you know, between games. I wonder if Big make the risk of banning Ancient and floating Vertigo like they did for this series, albeit knowing that, yeah, you know, if Gambit are going to pick Ancient or Vertigo, you're still going to lose. Like, it doesn't really matter. You're not going to win. But do they want to repeat the terrifying game on Ancient yesterday or go to Vertigo, a map they similarly don't play and Gambit are obsessed with? Because we have seen Gambit, you know, show mortality at this tournament. They've dropped maps in their series. They dropped an Ancient to Complexity, but I don't know what the easy way in is.
The horrible decision is, like, do you want to go to their best map or their most played map? Those are your options. Yeah. It's like, great, okay, cool.
Cool. Yeah, it's lose-lose, don't get me wrong. Big are not favoured in that match or in that veto, but I'm interested to see what they've changed in a day. That's a good kill indeed for Elliot, but down B is key.
It just feels like, you know that scene in Walking Dead where, like, Negan gives them all the choice of, like, who dies? And then he's like, all right, I can just do it. And then he does it. You know, like, great. Either people are dying either way.
Yeah.
This round is getting out of hand. This round's getting out of hand. And can never put it past the dual Berettas to get away with murder.
Yes, you can, because they're very bad, keep in mind. Well, the Molly should decide that Nickelback's got that kill.
If it weren't for the dink, who knows? Right?
He headshot him with an AK.
Who knows which way that would have gone? Tabson,
could have gone anyway.
3 through the lobby. Although he doesn't have dual Berettas, important to note, so probably
pretty good chance to win the round. Yeah,
probably going to have this sail on past him. As sad as that is to say,
that is very sad.
There is a direct correlation. The dual Berettas were on one team, and that team did close the round.
I hate you. Oh, you're funny.
You can't deny it. Tell me, Hugo. Did Big have dualies? Just answer the question. Just answer the question, Your Honor. Did Big have dualies?
It's one round, Harry. It's much as how you can't.
But sorry, did the team that won the round?
I just refuse to engage in this tomfoolery.
Here we go.
Frankly,
Big. Oh, they don't have him again. It's not looking good, Hugo.
Tabson. What's he calling for this one? What's the move? Tizian's on the AK. We have an AWP for Searson going over the top of Silo, but he rebounds to lobby. What's Tabson doing outside? Is it just a fake or Are they coming back? Oh, Nickelback, what a wallbang! That's insane, that is sick, 98 damage. Harry, that, I don't think I've ever seen that. That's something else. Now, are those Jawlies and Tabson? I'm really trying to work out. Chev, show me Tabson. I need to know.
Tabson? That's a P250.
No, because on the HUD, well, yeah, of course, just wait.
No, it's a P250.
Okay, I'm just too far away.
The M91, the Dorberez looks very different.
Okay, I'm blind. I'm very
It's
blind.
fine.
Yes, I'm blind.
The
Yes,
P250.
yes, yes,
Now
yes.
Elliot.
Yes.
Oh, gonna get mollied out of secret. It's no longer a secret that this is an outside push from Big, but they're not looking to go down B. Instead, they want the gun in back garage. They're arming themselves. They're taking up guns, and they're trying to overthrow Entropiq in this one. Looking for a heaven wrap. These guys in A are starting to feel the pressure, and with that pressure, it's very common to aggro lobby. But you know who else knows this fact? Big. Still Favin on the receiving end of Crad, and at this point, you've likely pieced together that it's the heaven wrap. Oh, lucky. Timing is everything. Tabson just killed Tizian with a nade from heaven, and now the heaven wrap is in. Only Searson. And it's a CT round all day long, and Entropiq deny the bomb plant, and as a result, they find a 6.
I mean, Nickelback's probably happy his team could get that over the line after he gets cheated in Garage by that door boost wallbang AWP shot. Despicable. Check this for one last time. Oh, I mean, he could see him. He's just very unfortunate. Eclipsed the ceiling. Either way, the kill came in, and without that team kill, maybe that's a round for Big. So
bit of like a weird one with the whole Tabson nade into her. I assumed he would have known that that's where his teammates in lobby were going.
Look, there's a lot going on right now. I can write it off. But can Big? Can they move on?
Well, you know, even the save's less than ideal. They were really playing around the bomb plant, and when that got denied, you know, I don't really think CSO wanted to get out of the round with the AWP now. It's throwing the money into a really weird spot for Big. But hell, you know, if one guy could give me faith, if one guy could open a round up,
Who'd it be?
It's a guy like Searson.
Oh, okay.
So let's see what he can do.
Even Nickelback's looking above the smoke. He's been hurt one too many times. Solo in B. They see him with this? I think so. If they jump up and he stands, but he does not. He stays crouched, creeping and crawling and dropping the AWP. Now Nickelback backs up and they try and run him down. We need the trade. We need the trade, but no one's getting it today. Nickelback with 4 before Favin finally comes in with a Glock.
Ooh!
And here's an attempt at the 1v5, nice. Style points included.
He still doesn't have the bomb yet. Smoke in the door. Was hoping that was going to bait something out. He does get past the AWP.
Big money maker.
Oh, this is a lovely bomb plant, Favin. Even if he doesn't do anything past this point, that's a lovely bit of money. And oh, wow, crossing out to Decon.
It's fortunate you said even if he doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Because he really did do nothing after that. But good shots and good plant, like said. Gives Searson that bonus cash that he desperately desires. And Entropiq pulling a comeback. I refuse to write them off. You'd be foolish to do so. I know a guy from the sky that would agree. Nice hold for Nickelback. He's had a bit of a quiet game here on Nuke. He's coming in with a massive 4K. Only eco, but those rounds can definitely spiral. And Big don't buy off of that. They want Searson's AWP, Harry. This is what you've been talking about all day. The big system needing the AWP. And so they do go for a little ramp rushy. Smoke is late, but Vacky will drop one before he falls off to the lower site. And they again continue to hound him down. Vacky anymore. The third is a no-scope, and Tabson will overwhelm him. Now 2 weapons to be gifted and grifted to Big.
Yeah, Tabson, mate, used to love Don in this AWP. Is he going to have any success with it?
Oh.
Not looking like it. Run down by Forrester and Nickelback. They just do everything they can to sprint at them and keep that under Entropiq control. Last thing you want there is for a bomb plant to come in. You give in too much respect. You let them get even a tiny bit more set up than they were.
Yeah, put that open a post plant, a rifle by its side, and you You've got a crossfire, suddenly Big can win that round, but not to be. Great hold from Lackey. Don't know how he gets 3 kills there, but there are no complaints from the Entropiq side, who are starting to find reason to fight on. Big have to pull out something huge, something large here in this rifle round. Lackey's even spicing it up with a cross yard. Keto, oh, I didn't see him. Nades out. Keto's I was going to say a dead man, but just swings and hits Lackey in the face. Bomb on Silo. Tabson's going to eventually have to reset lobby. Doesn't want to lose that on the roof. Could cost a round. And so Entropiq set up steady on A. Forrester made his step, so he had to drop off hot roof. Didn't want to be in a predictable position. Ellie and Orping B caring for yard take. That has not come out, but not to the knowledge of Entropiq, who have no info outside. All they know about is the Heaven Wrap that's being held by Crowd from main. Otherwise, they're so scared of this A pop. And now they concede all info in the round. Elian tries to grab more, and he sees nothing, so back to ramp with him.
Oh, they're walking out right now, right as he's left. And it looks like Keto's whole game plan is just to try and get himself into main, if I had to guess, right? To complement this little A play. Smoke going over the top. Yeah, that blocks off this angle at the blue box. So Nickelback suddenly having to run up heaven. You know, maybe this helps you get an idea that this was the A play. They're ready for Keto in main, but even then, they got to deal with him. Nickelback was the one to get that kill from heaven. Now he's dropped into the site and he's fighting for his life. Turns on Tizzy and Tabson, last guy remaining, and Elian, they learnt about him back in the lobby, but he's running in. Oh, the bomb's down just in time, and Tabson trying to play around it. Elian's gotten close, very close indeed, and Tabson doesn't look ready. It's a lot of damage, a nice attempt at the clutch, but Elian's the man to get it over the line. Considering it looked like he missed his opportunity earlier on in secret, he does really well to piece together what was happening there. He's fast on a lobby flank, catches players as they're moving into the site, and then goes on to win the 1v1 as well. Can't understate how much Elian just did for his squad there to keep this streak up for Entropiq.
It's happening again, Harry. Look at the round time, like 5 up in a row now for the CTs. Entropiq, they did it against Ecstatic at 14-3. This one is easier by comparison, but even so, it shouldn't be happening. Tabson and Keto, big entries, but Red see Tabson drop the ball in a clutch like that. It's a 50-50. Picked the wrong side of the coin. Crossing outside, Searson v. Elliot. Oh, he's quick, man. He's very quick. Tabson gets flashed out and no time to react. Bomb and lobby. Drive fights outside. Elian jumps to the shot. How are either of these AWPers still standing? They get down to secret. Spam is in. Flash saves their life. It's actually a team flash, but couldn't see them anyway. Crowd's been dispatched, but again, timings could be the problem. Keto can't stop him, and Faven and Tizian get dropped to ramp with a bomb. Forget the B play. Even with that kill from Keto, he has so much to get through. They're going to split. Searson going back up, knife out, swaps to the rifle. The AWP as he waits for this rotate. Nickelback's not giving him anything. They're sitting on the bomb with 3. Lobby has been cleared by Entropiq, and they're using a boatload of util to keep Keto trapped at B. He's trying to make noise to force Nickelback into this AWP, but if it doesn't happen, it might have to be a save. Big just not being given the kills that they want, they need. And Entropiq have held on. Yet another.
Mate, and you know, it's at times like this that Entropiq are going, oh, we're just a comeback team.
Yeah.
And like, they start to hype themselves up on that. They're like, wow, okay, we can't give up now. We've done greater comebacks than this before, right? So let's see. This is double digits for Entropiq. It's the Big 10. Leaving them just 3 rounds behind. A broken
Whoa. He's going to check it, surely.
Yes,
before the time, at least.
The AWP's gone. Keto might not be so fortunate to make money at the end of this one. He's in vent, he's hiding, and they will go running on pass. So he at least gets out with the AK, but you wanted to save 2 there. You're in a really weird spot now. They're going to call this timeout in. They can feel this game getting away from them. Oh my goodness. Did not think this is what would happen after that first half of play, right? It was an 11-4 half. 11-4 with Pistol going a big, with them converting that first little anti-eco. So 13-4 up at one point.
Oh,
now
big,
13-10.
They're getting a little bit scattered now. They're getting a little bit shattered. You got a half buy. Of course, Quito with the hero gun could be that entry man to save big in this round. It's him and Faven, top of the team with Tabson close behind. And Tizian again, who has gone cold when it matters most. He's done this across every map of this series, at least on Dust. He had a couple of multi-kills near the end of that game to close it out. But, you know, no better time like the present for him. Big. They don't have a lot here. Just some pistols, just some utility. And even Quito gets hit with a nade early. Coming back up from Secret is Lackey, and he's a safe pair of hands to entrust with this lower bomb site. Not that there are smokes to get big into this position yet. Lackey doesn't want to probe any further. As Big have done these late yard takes, we've seen them before, especially in that round where Elian wins it in the 1v1, doubles back out of Secret. Big are now going to announce their presence. And Lackey doubles back, just in case.
I mean, in every one of these Entropiq series, the comeback has been heralded in by someone emerging as a hero, and Lackey has once again looked to be that man in this series. Only this time, he's at least got an Elian remaining competitive with him throughout this CT half.
All right, Quito did get past Lackey, who thought he stopped everyone outside. And he at least pushed Tabson back, but Quito's telling his team, set up for the A play. If I can get Heaven right now, I can win the round. He heard Elian throw the smoke, but does he want to take the kill or does he want more? He lets him go. I love this call for Quito. He's going for the multi-kill. However, Krad's already holding. Right position, wrong shot. Quito with the kill, and he spots a second as well. They jump out. 20 seconds. The pressure's on Big, and the bomb's been dropped. Forrest is still here, traded, but I don't think there's time. Nickelback can play that bomb. 15 on the clock. Sisson has to run for it, and even then he'll get swung. Just trying to dodge the death. Up the vent. Everyone throwing themselves into the fight, and Lackey will win it with 4. He starts strong in Secret, and he finishes stronger on A. 13-11, and this comeback is here.
Yeah, I cannot believe it, man. I can't believe what we're getting. Oh my, oh my.
It's happening again. Big can feel it.
I mean, dude, dude, Lackey is like the man. When you take him 3 maps, he's like, right, boys, yeah, I've kind of been trolling for the first 2, but now, cracks knuckles, let's go, let's bring it. He did this just yesterday in that ecstatic matchup. The exact same player stepping up as we headed into what should have been a done deal, right? That one was 14-3 to the favor of ecstatic. They managed to pull it all the way back into an overtime and close it out 19-17. Big shades of that here.
Crikey.
But I mean, you know, with the ecstatic one, you were kind of left going, well, that's like the experience of Entropiq shining through, right?
Yeah.
And
there were some really bad calls in that
exactly.
game.
It's like that was the pressure getting to ecstatic. But this is big for crying out loud. Like there's no, you know, they are more experienced on the side of Big. And yeah, they have a brand new addition in Faven. So I guess you can say, but he's not been a problem. He's actually like sat top of the board right now, I'm pretty sure, for Big. Yeah. So yeah, dude, no, this is so impressive for Entropiq to have done this in so many series we watched them play. They've still got to try and make the comeback complete, right? Yeah. They're still behind. We're talking about it like they've already won. They're on a huge streak. Can they keep it coming in? Crad with the first, and now Forrester swings on his contact, and that is the deal sealed already. You tried the round, you failed, back to the drawing board.
Yeah, and going back to that point you just made about it's not just experience, but also in that, you know, in that ecstatic game, they were playing like they'd already won. There were a lot of bad buys. There are a lot of fast rifle rounds through Molotovs. Big aren't making these silly mistakes. They are just getting outplayed in these early rounds. You know, always opening kills for Entropiq. Really smooth rotations. The clutch is getting won as well by Elian. These are things that Entropiq shouldn't be getting away with so consistently, but they are. Big saving again, but all that's going to do is skew if your money more. At least you have guns. Probably going to buy around this you know, couple of saved rifles here for Big. But you can see it's far from perfect. It's far from a dream. Tabson playing with a pistol. Favin will buy up fully. This might be Tabson even saving for the AWP for his teammate later on. He could have played rifle, he'd rather utility. Smokes outside, full wall, 3 of them, but look who's down lower. It's that AWP yet again. This time they're going to dive through, looking like they want to go into garage. Oh my goodness, that's the AWP just removed with no info. Keto had to trade it, and he will, but Krad also slipped the net, snuck out through the smoke in main. He's making a big boy play, and no one is the wiser. AWP, he walks right by and doubles back to drop the bomb. Now he looks for 2. Krad with the round, and 4 on 2 again. This is a situation that Big would save in many a time, but it's happened so soon. A minute more than on the clock. They've got to poke their head back in. But that's just going to feed more frags to Entropiq, who are feeling it.
Without a bomb plot, man, you can't even buy here. So, ooh, this is starting to get a little nerve-wracking, right?
Ooh.
Elian, all right, don't go giving anything away now. The last thing you want is for a couple of extra $100 to start getting made. Suddenly, you know, maybe bomb plant looks to come in, and oh, Big in with a chance.
They don't even have the bomb, let alone the plant.
They're moving in. They're trying to deal with the outside players. They're trying to keep Krad suppressed and down out in the open, but it's left Favin all alone. Left him in the 1v3 and swung from within CT. It's lucky to close. 13 all. Quick reminder, this was 13-4.
It's insane. Insane. You weren't thinking it was ever going to happen. Big certainly weren't thinking about it either. But the longevity, game's not done till it's done. Entropiq live and die by that mantra, but they don't die a lot. Clean rounds in these last few, Big broken, like you said, relying on the bomb plant that they could not find.
I really don't know how to explain it. Like, Lackey is just a late series player. That is really what it feels like. And hell, if you're able to long every series out to 3 maps, he's the perfect guy for it. He's once more looking to outdo his performance on this 3rd map when compared to the other 2 maps combined, right? That's what he did in the Ecstatic game. He's trying to make that happen again here versus Big. Still a little ways away, but always time for it to get better. Forrester on his hot aggro. He's good for the double. He's done his job there. You know, yeah, sucks that you gave him an AK, but shouldn't be the end of the world. Krad holds on. We get run down eventually, but here come the rotates. However, Tabson's made it a little uncomfortable. Elian's now almost dead. Nickelback needs to hurry up. A missed shot, and Elian's removed. Nickelback 1v2. Tabson might be lit up, but the AWP's on the angle, and Big were not meant to win that round.
Tabson with a 2 taps off the P250. Oh my goodness. AWP trapped to the back of the site, and that is Searson's gun. Don't want to give it over to him, but look at what it's done to them. Locks out the in-game leader on the ramp flank, and now we go finally for a round for Big. It took them a damn moment. It took them a hot minute, 9 in a row. But Big have reared their head once again. Now can they keep it cool? Very stressful situation for everyone involved. For Entropiq, they can write it off. They can brush off their shoulders. They can pick themselves back up. For Big, they've got to make sure they don't get ahead of it. 14-13. Far from a done deal, as they've already learned in this T side. Tabson and Searson get it done in a 2v3, if not 4. And now, the most important round of all. This is for the money for Big. They at least have 2 players, more of a bank account for their team, but they're going to run smokes outside, try and get that info denial early. Whether or not they cross behind it doesn't matter. Smokes being lined up, they wait. Just in case mollies are present, you never know if Entropiq are going to try and break your smoke wall. Scared about anything.
Nickelback's going to get mollied out of secret.
Oh, he wanted to go.
He's going to hang around. It hasn't deterred him that much.
Doing an A-split.
Yeah, trying to move in. Looks like, yeah, Keto will go back to man. I was going to say, where are you
crazy,
going, bud?
Yeah.
Here he is, arriving. Forrester, nice little flick
Second
background to watch out for this. And Forrester won't let them into A. Elian lands the shot this time around. And Searson left in the 1v2, trying to isolate these fights. Looking for the Heaven Man, and that's when Elian swings. It still comes down to pretty narrow margins, but, you know, suddenly it starts to get a little weird now for Big. At 14-14, they've got 3 players who can't afford, and then 2 guys who are loaded. Obviously, that's Tabson and Searson coming up with all the money.
It's just going to be skew if that's it. You're going to get 3 or 4 rifles. That's you probably can't rely on the AWP here unless someone else takes a hit for the team. That's something that Big always go to, but damn, it depends what you want to do with the round, I guess. Forrester, great hold on the A site, and very important that the Heaven player swings out wide and dies first. If Searson's able to pick Elian at the back of the bomb site, that Heaven player can't swing to trade. Elian is able to, especially in the downtime of Searson's AWP. So huge kill from Elian at the back of the bomb site, who has been all over the place, right? We've seen him in Secret, we've seen him in Yard, we've seen him anchoring down on A. Just trying to keep it fresh as much as Searson was in his very successful CT side. An 11-4 half for Big on the defense. But here we go, Harry. They've meandered the money. They've mangled a buy together. It's a Galil or 2. It's decent utility, and it does have the AWP for Searson. That's everything. Especially with what he's given us this series. Starting lower is Nickelback. Smoke's getting thrown to the anchor players to continue to keep this door smoke up, not letting Big to pop into an A execute. They are once again running yard smokes.
Right. Last time Big had put everything on the line. Tabson was that guy. He was that hero player to step up alongside Searson. They need that again now more than ever. They need someone to take ownership of this round, because if not, and if this goes against them, it should be Entropiq winning at 60-40. Now, you know, you're at least kind of maxed out loss bonus. That's something to go off of if you're Big. That's something to feel good about.
They can't do anything till the smoke fades. There's even a molly. So much time is getting bought by Nickelback and BB. Big don't want to execute when Nickelback is still calling that he has Secret on lock. They're going to go. Keto's little left out on his lonesome right now. Nothing to do. It's a ramp play, but it's been red. Not only is Nickelback winning his fight, B, there's 2 over on ramp. The AWP is in position, and they don't even know about Lackey. It's going to get worse before it gets better. Repeat will hit through the wall, and Searson, in an undoable round, needs to save.
Yeah, it's really all you're left with here. Oh, man. They're trying to hunt him down. They know the implications of removing this. Last thing you want to have happen now is dying after time.
Imagine.
If that happens, it's done.
Yeah.
And they are trying to make it happen on the side of Entropiq.
Oh, here they come.
Here they come, right? Getting the info is enough for Crad. Even though he dies, not the end of the world, mate. Now you want the kill after time. Now you want it more than ever. Searson. Oh, they are coming from everywhere. No! But he gets away with the AWP.
Will it even matter, Harry?
Oh, I mean, that's something, right? That's something to hold on to, something to look forward to.
Oh, he could not have played that better on the save. Entropiq aren't rich, man. Entropiq are not rich. They just lost a lot of guns.
They hinged so much on removing it. They know that taking the AWP away could have won them the game, right? By just ruining his money. But as you point out, they didn't have a lot either. They lost their AWPs hunting, and he still has his in play. Now, Elian's bought one out.
It's fine.
There's still some limitations here.
Elian didn't die. It was the one guy who kept that gun at least, or whoever saved the AWP. So, yeah, it's fine. You don't need to worry about it. Entropiq have enough to make this work. Elian now back outside. Again, new round, new spot. Fresh as can be. And Big buying what they can as Entropiq look to close and go to the grand finals against Gambit. It would be back-to-back comebacks as they did to knock out Ecstatic last night. That was a 14-3 comeback. This would be a 13-4. But overtime still hangs in the balance. This time Big, who have regularly sold B fakes with one man, look to take it with everyone. Faven lurking lobby, but he is getting crunched. Not just the AWP, but a FAMAS as well, pushed up on the ramp. Entropiq know what's up.
Yeah, they've pieced together this round brilliantly. Faven could just be a little isolated treat for them to find now. He might get away with murder considering he's waiting here in the door. If they try to speedily rotate without clearing this, Could be devastating. Oh, big.
They've not cleared it.
They start to move towards Decon. Lackey sets himself up at ramp. Nickelback still waiting at double. Making noise now in the vent. And this is going to start to trigger rotations. They're trying to bait rotates out,
God, he
but
got down.
no one was giving them over.
Oh.
Nickelback with the spam. All right. Oh, he makes it a double. Lackey's fighting alongside him. It's Searson and Tizian tasked with an impossible 2-on-4. This AWP somehow made its way into this round. It never should have, but they're doing everything they can to make this happen.
No way!
Searson, this is why he saves the AWP. Oh, he doesn't know about Forrester. He's dead here, and Forrester's playing trigger discipline for as long as he can. Oh my! Forrester leaping in, and Tizian cut down. It's Entropiq completing the comeback, eliminating Big, and now going to the grand final to face off against Gambit.
All that effort in the 2-on-4, the AWP save, the best save we may have seen all tournament, and it's all for nothing. They make it their round, and Tizian gets caught jumping.